Welcome back, guys. It is week 7 and I have a special surprise for this episode. It's going to be a two-part. It's going to have legs and then my back and delts later on, so we double down on this episode. For the leg day, we only have 5 exercises and we're starting off with leg curls. We have 3 sets, 3 reps in reserve. So we're just warming up for our heavy deadlift later on. So stay tuned to that. Moving on to the dumbbell stiff leg deadlift, 3 sets again, 3 reps in reserve. Now the 80s actually felt pretty good here. I've gone way heavier, but I've also learned to, control the weight and really feel the muscle working, because I really want to activate those hamstrings and glutes for that actual conventional pull later. So this is just a nice tempo controlled. I got the straps on, everything is feeling good, just preparing for that nice deadlift later. I also chose the 80s because I wanted to do a weight that wasn't going to drain all my energy right before the conventional deadlift, because I'm trying to conserve that energy for that bigger lift. So we just picked something that was sustainable for all 3 sets, and 80 was a great fit. Finally, we are on the conventional lift. We are working up to a top set. We're going to do that top set for 3 sets. And I haven't done conventional deadlift consistently since powerlifting. So this was like a pretty fun day for me to just kind of go and test out, how strong or weak I've gotten. And since we're warming up, I'll just, kind of talk about what's been happening recently. So the reason I doubled down today was mainly because 4th of July just happened. I recently moved into my new house, so a lot of moving and a lot of, hanging out with family and stuff like that. So a lot going on, and so it was just like, okay, I got kind of behind with my lifting, so I just really wanted to condense 2 days in one. I think I actually did it for another day as well, but I just didn't film it. I was just too exhausted at that point. But it was really cool to be able to do 2 sessions in one, kind of push my limits. And I felt like the first session really helped with the next session, like back and delts. I felt a lot better afterwards because all my muscles were warmed up. So it may be beneficial to do 2 workouts in one day. Okay, so we're finally on the top set of 420. Let's see how it goes. Ooh. Okay, that was a little tough. I was not used to that whip of the bar. But look, I take the straps off. Boom, a little tougher. We're going back to the straps. Oh, I did not want to do that rep, I'll tell you that. I was cooked. Deadlifting's tough, y'all. Deadlifting is tough when you don't do it consistently like when I was powerlifting. So right here, I'm actually showing you how I unrack the weights. So I stack them all together, and then I roll them off together. Then I show you the other side, unclip it, put the weights on the side, pull the bar out, roll that guy off, and then look at this. Turn it. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've unloaded all things in less than a minute. Boom. Clean up your area, make it look tidy. Get the fuck out. Alright, we're already on the 4th exercise, the SSB Hatsfield split squat. I'll tell you right now, y'all, I hate this with a passion. This stuff takes my soul away. Look at this. Why would I ever want to do this? This actually helped my legs grow so much. But man, it just hurt so bad to do it. And it was so hard getting used to the SSB bar in general. But I'm glad that they had it at Crunch, because normally they don't have like unique bars like this. But man, you guys should try this one. Maybe not have to put your hands out like I did, but I just could not balance with this thing. But we're working through it. We're working through it. Boom. The struggle bus. Not my best moment. If you didn't notice, just got a little different angle here, and I also lowered the weight just because my legs just felt so destroyed with this new movement. But yeah, that's Hatsfield SSB split squats. Try them out. Finally, we're on the last exercise of the leg day, the dumbbell RDL with a staggered leg. This one is also a little quirky, but you should definitely try this one out. Right here, I could have my back foot could be pushed up just a little bit more. I have it a little bit too far back, but it was a pretty new movement for me, so I really didn't get the critique until later on when I sent this to my coach. But if you could pull that leg up just a little bit, it's really good. But the worst part about any sort of single leg movement is just having to switch, like holding the weights for so long. That's why I only had 55 pounds. I eventually go up on this, but man, definitely get your straps ready for this one because it will wear and tear you down after 3 sets. And one final tip after you bring that foot up more forward, when you're coming down, slow it down just a little bit so you get that extra stretch and that squeeze on that glute and hamstring.
Okay, this isn't ideal, but we're just gonna have to work with it. That's it for legs and post chains. It went by pretty quick. Let's see, what time is it? I got here at 2:20, so an hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, that's not bad. That's actually quicker than normal. So now I'm gonna do back and delts, and back and delts is actually pretty quick depending on my level of effort. If you made it this far, thanks. If you notice I've gotten a little bigger, that's awesome. And I mean, this guy making me look small as shit right here.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, this guy over here benching my squat. Damn, bro. There's always gonna be someone bigger. But hey, yeah, that was good. So if you made it this far, as usual, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll do a little posing outro. So, cheers.
Okay, we're just gonna get straight into it with the rear delt flies. 3 sets, 3 rest in reserve. This is also on the cable machine, so if you have these cables on each side, I usually grab the ball part of the cable and then straighten my arms out, and as you can see, it's just activating everything in my back. Whoop! The stack was a little heavy, so I went down 1 notch. Because I really wanted to feel, I really like feeling the rear delt when I'm doing these. I don't want to strain my neck trying to get this movement done. So humble ourselves a little bit, drop the weight, and feel the movement. Triceps are popping right here, man. I think one of the cables was dragging for some reason. It's making it really hard for me to do this movement. Oh yeah. It's okay, we press on, we keep moving. Yeah. Man, I'm pumped right here. I was tired from the leg day, but I wasn't going to make excuses, and I just had to keep pushing through. It didn't feel really bad, though. It just did feel a little heavy. But we got through it. We got through it. Nice. And then in comes Andre. That's my mini-me, my boy. I love him. He's such a cool guy. Hadn't seen him in a long time, so it was always really good to catch up with him. And I love conversating with people at the gym. And he hadn't seen me in a while, so I got a little bigger since last time he seen me. Always good seeing him.
Terrace lat pull down. Y'all know how we do it. Stay stationary. Lean back a little bit. Pull down. I don't think I need to warm up. I think I'm just gonna hit the 40, 43, or 48, sorry.
So I'm going to let you guys just kind of watch and really look at how I'm doing these Terry's lat pull down. Really controlling the weight, nice tempo, not like swinging it or anything, staying in a very fixed position. This is what you want.
Shit. 3. Ooh. Come on. Ooh, fuck. Nice. I'm very happy with that. I actually dropped it 5 pounds. I had this extra little weight here. I think that 5 pounds is gonna make a big difference, so I can actually like come down and squeeze. The seat was a little bit high too, so I can wedge in more. So this should be a lot better. All about quality. We get quantity and quality. Whew. Oh, shit, someone's calling me. Alright, who's calling me? The fuck?
Okay, so now we're on the T-bar row, but they don't have one at Crunch. So I just found a machine row that was kind of tilted over, and we're just using it as a replacement. So I just ended up doing this for 3 sets, 3 rest and reserve. Got my straps. Same sort of thing, stretch out my back, extend, and then pull, control the weight, as always. And the biggest difference with the T-bar row and this machine row is my elbow placement. As you can see, my elbows are driving more towards like my mid back, versus if it was a T-bar row, my elbows are a little bit more flared, hitting that upper back. So we weren't able to get the movement down perfectly, but we're still working that back, so I'm not too concerned. But later on, I find out a variation that I could use with the easy bars and the bench, but not in this video, but more to come. So ironically, I have machine row again, but I didn't want to use the same machine, so I just switched over to this one. 3 sets, 3 rest and reserve. I really like this high angle that starts off on this machine. It is sort of hard to wedge into the seat, but no problems. We made it work. And keep in mind that I'm just warming up here. Normally, on my working set, I will slow it down and be more controlled with it, which you'll see on the next set coming up here. There we go. See, nice little stretch. Pull it back. Stretch, pull it back. A little bit slower. That's what you want. Get those muscles moving. And just like that, we're on the last exercise, the single arm lat pullover, 3 sets and 3 reps in reserve. Now this one is probably one of the most difficult exercises to execute properly, just because of how awkward it is to engage your lat, because we're so used to just doing like lat pull down and just, you know, pulling down and not really feeling our lat. But doing it single arm, you can really see like how my lat is like poking out, and I'm like turning into it, because if you don't do that like tilt with it and turning with it, you go more shoulder and like rear delt gets activated. And so you really have to kind of gauge the weight, because the weight will feel like it's like stretching your lat and pulling it apart. The execution on my left side is not as good as my right side, because I did dragon boat racing for a very long time, so my right lat is very good at extending and moving and getting out of position, and it feels a lot better on my right side than my left side. My left side has been, you know, very neglected for a while, so it's going to take some time to catch up to my right side, but we're still working through it. Hopefully I show the other side for you on the next one so you guys can see the right side. Boom, and there you have it. Here is the right side. You can just tell like my lat is a slab of meat on this side, and that's just from the dragon boat racing and just paddling on the left side. I'm constantly using my right side to drag that lat out, so not much work needs to be done on this side as much as the other one, but we still got to get it bigger regardless, so we still got to work. But to save you guys some time, I'm going to skip the left side and go straight into handstands. I figured since I, did a whole session, I felt really good, so I've been practicing handstand push-ups for a long time, so I don't do them as often as I would like to, but on a good day I can crank out 15, so boom. I do like 5 good ones here for you. And just a little pose in, but I'm speeding through it, so don't have to worry too much. So, if you made it this far, thank you guys so much. It's just me trying to do a mono, but if you haven't already, like, comment, share, and subscribe.